All right, guys, it's Monday. I still have one more video to put out from last week. So this video will probably come out like Thursday or Friday, somewhere around there. I think I just posted so many videos. I think it's just flooding you guys. So I'm going to slow down with posting the videos as I go further on. Of course, for a couple reasons. One, I think I'm just putting too much out right now, and so our views and our um, watch time or watch hours are going down. We did drop a little bit in our recurring people that are watching and not subscribing, so that was good. So if you guys that are still recurring watchers can hit that like, or yeah, hit the like button and subscribe, that's going to help get our numbers up. We finally made it over the 100 mark. So I think we're at 103 right now. So new goal. I still haven't come up with it. Nobody actually put any suggestions in. So if you guys would on this video, maybe drop some suggestions. And then next Monday's video, whether it comes out on Monday or not, I'll come up with something for, even if I have to come up with on a spur of the moment. I'm still kind of toying with two numbers. Anyway, so that said, I thought what we would start off with today is we'll take a look at the garden. I know it's only been a week, but things are moving and grooving here, and I'm pretty impressed with it. And then we'll talk about some things that haven't come up yet and have failed. And then, of course, the squirrels that took away my signs. So I got two plants that came up. I have no idea what they are. I can't remember what I planted in there because it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I put a few seeds in to see if they would grow, and well, we'll talk about that in a minute. So first things first, let's get you guys up off this tripod a little bit here with this, and we're going to go through the garden a little bit. So as you can see, the cantaloupe, they're doing good. They kind of exploded, so I'm really pleased with that. The other thing, I did put two different types of corn, and I put one here and one here. And then I did the same thing in that pot over there. So we do have a little bit of corn coming up. We'll see how that goes. Loving the strawberry colors. They're nice green leaves. They've actually filled in a little bit. Marigolds have popped up a little bit more too. So happy with that. I think this one is peppermint. Let's make sure. That is exactly what it is. So the peppermint looks really good. It's growing great. This pot has that one is a sweet mint, and it's actually doing really well. And this pot also has the majority of the garlic that's popping up. So, and it's also, I think it's a week ahead of the rest of the stuff that I planted. So it's looking really good. That is cilantro. The cilantro is looking good. The flowers that I planted, the leaves were turning brown, but I think it's because they were, when I bought them from, where did I get, a Tractor Supply, they were kind of uncovered, and I just slammed them into the sun. So I think that was my fault. But even like this one here, they're definitely looking better. So hopefully they'll recover a little bit. Let's see. The cabbage is looking really, really good. This one's a little yellowing on the lower leaves, but that's not totally unexpected in my opinion. The snapdragons are looking good. I do love snapdragons, guys. I always have, always will. So they're looking good. The marigolds are looking good, and that's one of the pots we're going to talk about in a minute. Tomato. We actually have some flowers forming on there. Hopefully you can see those. I want to say that's spearmint. The spearmint that's in there spearmint that's in there. I'm pretty sure that's spearmint. That was planted a couple weeks ago, so that is booming. That is looking great. The pepper plant is actually going really, really well. As I said before, we have some younger garlic in there, so that's popping up real good. Over here we have the zucchini, which I did not realize I picked up, and it is kind of exploding, in my opinion. I don't know, but again, garlic in there going good. I do have the lavender in the back here, so between the garlic, the lavender, hopefully that pot will be good from any of the pests, the insects and such. We have one cabbage plant in there. We have a pepper plant in here. This one's not doing as well. This one's not doing as well. But again, these two are a week later than that one. So that one's had 2 weeks to get growing. Wow. Anyway, we have rosemary in the back there. Seems to be doing well. Last year I did plant some rosemary and it did not do so well. And I don't know, maybe if it was where I planted it, or last year, if you guys recall, we did have some soil issues. It wasn't really, the soil wasn't doing great. These two pots were the worst of the soil problems, but they seem to be doing better here. So we'll see how that goes. We have garlic popping up here. These flowers are looking a little bit better. They were pretty brown the last time. Hopefully they'll come around because they are really pretty flowers. What is this one? This one is, I think this one is lavender as well. Yeah, so that's lavender, and we're actually getting some buds on there, so that's awesome. I'm glad. Sweet mint, or yeah, that's sweet mint in the back. Now, I haven't seen any buds on the raspberries, so there's no buds on there yet. Nothing turning green yet. So holding out hope that it comes around, but we do have more garlic popping up in the back there. This plant's looking a little greener and better, so hopefully that's turning around. Again, we got cauliflower, and the broccoli. Broccoli is looking pretty good. I did see some damage to this leaf, but I think that's just normal damage. I don't think I have any bugs infested. I haven't seen anything out here yet, and it's still a little cold, or cool, I should say. So I dug around in these pots. There are pieces that are pushing through. I think I may have covered them a little much, but there were definitely roots in there. So I uncovered a little bit to help them pop through. This one, we have 2 pieces popping through now. Before we only had just the one. So we have 2 pieces, and these are the potatoes, in case I didn't mention that. And then this one, I dug around a little bit. I found this guy popping out. So the potatoes are looking actually pretty good. There is one in here I dug around. It's close to the surface, so I left it where it was. I didn't want to dig it up too much. So disappointments, this pot. I actually put a row of leek onions. Now it's 7 to 21 days. So far, I haven't seen anything, but it's the same stuff I planted in here, and I've yet to see any growth from that, which I had issues from that last well. Get you guys set back up over here so you can see what's going on. So, I'm kind of thinking maybe it was the seeds, because I'm pretty sure I planted them the way they're supposed to be planted. So I think maybe, just maybe, those might be the seeds. Bring this down just a little bit because I'm on a slope. You guys are up, I'm down. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that those were the seeds. Now, the only reason I say that is the cantaloupes, or I should say, I think it's either watermelon or squash plants in the back there. They had about the same germination time as the leeks, or well, I keep calling them leeks, but they said onions on the package, were planted. I don't see anything coming up from that still. So I'm thinking those seeds were the same seeds I put in here. I don't think those were good seeds. Maybe they were bad. I mean, it happens. Like, even if you get them from name places like Lowe's, Home Depot, reputable online, sometimes you get a pack of seeds that is not good. So I'm thinking there's a strong possibility that those seeds were bad, and maybe, just maybe, that's why they didn't come up last year. And and because they didn't come up last year at all, and we're here this year and we still don't have anything up, it's leading me to believe that the seeds were bad. So we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna leave them alone anyways. I'm not gonna plant anything over the top of them. I'm gonna give it another week or two. If something doesn't come up, then I've still got this. Can you guys even see that? I don't think you can. Let's turn that down a little. Yeah, there we go. So, and I'll come down here a little bit. So if nothing comes up here in a couple of weeks, then we'll just call it a loss, and we'll find something else to put in there. I mean, maybe I'll just put flowers in this pot altogether, because let's face it, adding flowers to your pot garden is, one, going to draw your bees for pollination, and two, it'll draw like hummingbirds, butterflies, all the good things that you want. It'll draw them in. Now, last week when I was out here, I did notice some squirrels running, and they were running around down at the end there, and they would get close to the pots, and I just kind of stood back to see, because I wanted to see if they were going to actually jump in the pots. Didn't see them jump in the pots. So is the mint working? Is the garlic and the onions working? I don't know. And I don't know how. I mean, I'm assuming that, animals' senses are much, much, much better than ours. So even this, it may be even the slightest sense keeping them out. So I'm hoping that this is working. I do plan on picking up some more marigolds, because I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't mind putting marigolds in every one of these bigger containers. And I've got one container down here, it just doesn't have one in there. So I might pick up some more marigolds next week. The other thing I thought we'd do today is I did pick up some straw, and I thought what we'll do is, unlike last year, I didn't have any ground cover on there. I didn't have any problems with weeds, but after seeing what happened with that barrel this year, when I started setting things up and how quickly that water just poured through there, I wouldn't mind having some kind of mulch on top of all of this to help keep the moisture in, and maybe retain a little moisture. This is seeding mulch with tack. The tack, from my understanding, the tack is a natural product added to the straw that helps it adhere to each other, so it kind of bonds together, so it doesn't wash away, doesn't float away, or it's harder for it to blow away. I'm not going to say it won't blow away or wash away, but it's harder for it to do that because it has some kind of natural adhesive to it. Says it is chemical free, which is, you guys know, I don't want to put any chemicals in the garden. So some of these things, some of the containers are pretty full, like this one here. It has a whole bunch of stuff in it. There's not much ground, so it won't take us much to feed around, put around it to cover up things. And I'm thinking maybe I want to leave that one alone, possibly. I don't know, and see how it does without the mulch, the straw mulch. But everything else, I kind of want to get it covered. I kind of want to see how well it's going to do in containers. Like I said, I've never done container gardening before. So we'll have to see. The other thing, I'm probably not going to get to it today, is these big black buckets that storage buckets, these things, they don't have any weep holes in them. So I had a thought that what I might do is, instead of drilling up from the bottom, I might put like a 1 inch or a half an inch from the bottom on the sides that slope down, and put a hole, a couple, like maybe three holes across the back side of it, small holes, just so it weeps out. But my thought is, if it keeps some water retained towards the bottom, that as things dry out, um, it'll draw from the bottom up. So if there is water at the bottom and the top is drying out, my thought, I don't know how, if it works or not works, but my thought is maybe it'll draw up from that, so it doesn't sit there. If it does sit there, probably next year, we'll figure that out next year, because I don't want mold. I don't want mold and all that building up and poisoning the soil, and rotting the roots and stuff like that. So I want to see how that does, how that will, if that will work or not. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll get some ground cover on some of these. And again, I'm going to remind everybody, this pot, I don't expect any action out of it really this year, other than the garlic. This is the pot we planted the asparagus in. So I don't know when they're going to pop up, or when it will pop up, what it looks like when it pops up. I've never done asparagus before. There's a lot of plants in here this year I have never planted before. Cauliflower, broccoli, asparagus, those, and potatoes. I've never grown any of that before, so this is all new to me. And I've been doing a little research and trying to figure things out, and we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're gonna start covering some of these plants up, and I'll probably only do one video this week because I don't have a lot of stuff for content. And then, like I said, I have one more video for this week, so that'll mean next Monday I won't have any videos unless I make some. You know what? Actually, you guys can't really see. Let me see if I back this up here a little bit. And then slopes and dips and dives. There we go. That's a little better. So basically, they say 1 to 2 inches. There we go. I want to kind of keep this as a bag. I don't want to tear it and rip it down the side, because I'm not going to use all of this for sure. I didn't realize how big the bag was. You you get an idea when they tell you, oh, it's a bale of this size, right? Well, I mean, I know from what little farming I did, so I want to be careful. I don't want to waste it, but I know from farming, like for me, a bale was like 4 of these. So it's like, I was kind of expecting a little bit bigger piece, but I'm glad it wasn't, because this, I mean, you see, I'm literally using like 2 or 3 handfuls of this to cover everything up, and it is not even making a dent in this bag. The other problem I'm probably going to have is, oh God, this smells so nice. It's probably not good for my allergies, but you know what? I need to eat. I'm going to grow this stuff to eat. So there we go. Right, so that actually makes the pot look a little nicer and cleaner too. So not only will it give me the composting and the soil protection, right? It'll cover that up. The other reason I did this was this will break down over time, and it'll be good for the soil. So we'll have compost going in as we go. Now next year, I probably won't do what we did this year. And if you were here for the first part, you remember I literally dumped most of the soil out of these pots, dug it down a little bit, and we replaced it with fresh soil, which that's fine, because these are new pots, they're fresh pots. There's not a lot of composting going on. So, oh my God, I touched that plant and just the smell that came off that right there. Whoo, that was really good. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. I can't tell you guys how. Smell-o-vision, man. We need smell-o-vision. So, even though these corn are coming up and they're small, we're just going to cover them up. They'll poke through this. They'll get the light through it, so it'll be just fine. But, and I'll bring you guys back over here once I get done with this, and I'm going to show you like the difference. Let me do one of these because I did 2 of those. I want to do one of these, and I'll bring you guys back over here to show you. So I'm doing about 1 inch, maybe 2 inches in some spots of this. Kind of keep these plants that are already planted. The thing is, I don't want to put too much in, but I don't want to put too little either. If I put too little in, won't do its job. There we go. And well, we want it to do its job. We want it to help retain the water. We want to help keep the weeds down. Now, last year, I really didn't have any problems with weeds, but again, last year we started a lot later. So let me bring you guys over there and I'll show you. So that looks aesthetically, right? That looks a lot better than these pots. It gives a little contrast and a little color. So you get green and like a lighter color, but it looks so much better. So that's what I'm gonna spend the day doing. And I still haven't decided whether I'm gonna do this pot or not. I might wait on this pot. This pot, I think I'm gonna smush some stuff around in there and get some in there too. And then possibly leave this one undone. But I also have a second, I have a different kind of mulch that I bought. Got it from Amazon. I'm going to put it in one of the pots. I just don't know which one. Oh. And this one has microbial stuff in it. It's chemical free, supposed to retain water and regulate the soil. I bought this off of Amazon. Once the channel takes off and gets going, I do have a Amazon store, so to speak, from my gaming days. So I just have to revise it a little bit. But this is a living mulch. So it's a small bag, so I'm probably gonna put it down on one of these pots down here, the little ones, the little white ones. I'll probably put it on the end one. I don't know what color it is. I'm assuming it's a dark mulch, but I could be wrong. Well, you know what? Let's open it up and find out, shall we? So it is exactly what I thought. It is actually bark mulch. I don't know if you can see it. So, or I say bark mulch, it's probably wood mulch. So I may not want to use that at all, but I do like the idea that it has microbes, good microbes for the garden. So this one will probably do, again, I may be able to do both those pots down at the end, the white container pots down there at the very end. So by the looks of it, I may be able to squeeze both those in there. So this we'll put on later. And we're getting towards the end of the video on this one. So I'll probably make one more video. So I'll have 2 videos for this week, or at least, well, I should have 2 videos anyways. But I should definitely have possibly one for Monday in case I don't get out here because of the weather. Today it's really overcast. It's kind of cool. Put this down. It's kind of cool today. It's so it cooled down a little bit, but not a bad day to work in the garden. And I do think we're going to get some rain later today, possibly. But then it's supposed to start warming up again. Yesterday was like 80 degrees. Today it's only like 60 something. So that's Georgia for you. It is our spring, so we hit different temperatures all the time. So, all right, guys, we're gonna call it with this video. Please make sure you're smacking that subscribe button and pass these videos around. Get them out. See if we can get some more subscribers in here. And hopefully everybody has a great day. Stay blessed. Again, we're growing, so next week I'll put out a video of our new numbers. Have a great day, guys, and a great week.